ladies and gentlemen of all ages, boys and girls. Thank you for tuning in to yet another episode of Angry Meat Production. We appreciate you coming in and letting us be a part of your lives week in and week out. We hope to do our best to present you with something that your eardrums delight in. Whether you're looking at us on YouTube or Rumble, or listening to us on Spotify, Google, or Anchor, or any of the other podcast services that we are currently on or trying to get on. We thank you. And if you don't mind, at the end of every episode, stop by, leave us a comment, leave us a like. If it asks for 5 stars, we'll take 5 stars, even if you don't like us. 5 stars are what it's all about. With that being said, we hope you enjoy our attempt to make our advocation our vocation. Ladies and gentlemen, let the games begin. We here at Angry Me Production want to thank our sponsor, Mobile Notary Mindy. She's certified with the National Notary Association. She's also bonded and E&O insured. She offers a wide range of services including wills, powers of attorney, medical documents, healthcare proxies, living wills, certification of trust, assignment of personal property, HIPAA waivers, advanced healthcare directives, and 99 verification. You can find her on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram at Mobile Notary Mindy. You can also visit her webpage at TexasMobileNotaryMindy.com. That's TX, MobileNotaryMindy.com. Thank you so much, and enjoy the show.
Welcome, Angry Faithful. Today on What the Hell, we're going to go ahead and conversate about the new Pizzagate. That's right, people. Pizzagate is back. It's not an actual pizza place anymore. It's actually Etsy. And yeah.
And for those of you keeping score at home, there are 3 faces on the screen. So, hi. David's not having to do What the Hell solo this week.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way, he guilt-tripped Chris and I into joining him on this little escapade down the child pornography and sex trafficking rabbit hole.
Guilt-tripped, forced us.
May God have mercy on y'all's souls.
I just want to say, I think it's wonderfully fitting with the tone of tonight's show that he forced us against our will to do the show. I think that was fantastic.
And I'm going to get out in front of this. David Dickerman did not kill himself.
Yeah. But this was one of the posts on there, and it's
oddly creepy.
Well, it's made by AI. I can tell you the AI photo. It's an AI photo, but it's basically, you're buying a pizza for close to $4,000. So, yeah, and they had other ones.
I want to know what goes through the head of some of these people. Like, I've got a great idea, blah 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 blah, and then they throw it out there, and then other like-minded people are like, you know what? That's just crazy enough. It might work.
I mean, that's
okay.
They did on for Wayfair though.
Yes, Wayfair. That's what it was.
Yeah, Wayfair. Yeah,
$50,000. So, is the economy catching up to the pedophiles now?
Probably.
I mean, Wayfair, you could buy a whole bedroom suit for $16,000, and it comes with its own free child labor.
That's.
I'm sorry, y'all.
That's similar included.
It comes with your own IKEA Oompa Loompas.
So
yeah, we'll go with that, Johnny.
And no, they don't look like Hugh Grant.
That was a good one.
That's creepy as fuck. I'm just
right.
I'm putting that out there right now. That I saw.
Oddly enough, though, I mean, I was thinking because whenever I heard that Timothy Chalamet guy, who is a YouTuber of all things, his YouTube username, what was it? It's like modded Xbox 360 controller, right? I'm like, so this guy's just on YouTube, and then some Hollywood exec is like, "Hey, if you let me touch you, I'll put you in the movies," and he was like, "Sure."
That's usually how it works. I mean, he did well in Dune. I'll give him that.
Yeah. Although
isn't that like now
the
90%
jury
of
is still out for part two because part two still we've yet to see, but still.
correct?
Whenever they said that he was gonna be in Wonka, right? And I was like, oh God, please just let it not be Tim Burton. Like,
That's
I love Johnny Depp to death, even with the whole fecal delivery,
but that wasn't him.
testimony. I just man,
That was Amber Turd.
yeah, I know. Did you watch that testimony though? It
I
was
watched.
Dude,
the
you can watch
matter
it
of
on HBO
the,
Max.
the
watched
matter
pretty
of
much all of it.
fecal delivery. Like there was
I
feces
watched
on the bed.
almost
She
all.
Like
tried to
that
say
one-
that it was the dogs that defecated on the bed. And he's like,
Like that one.
it was
like
too
that one
large
scene.
for the dogs. And I was like,
My dog's
what?
not big.
Right? But and I started seeing like trailers and some other like footage that's been leaked from this new Wonka movie, and I'm like, oh, it's a prequel. Okay, it has a chance of being relatively decent. Okay. I don't know. I'm still gonna wait for it to come out on streaming, but still, I'm just
I've never been a big Wonka fan anyway, so I'm probably gonna pass.
I mean, nothing can beat the original, anyways.
no. I mean,
Even
But
that.
how did what? Okay, the
it was
side-
the Augusta scene, right, when he gets sucked into the chocolate recycling tube that touched you in a very personal manner, didn't it?
No, it didn't.
I wasn't talking to you,
It was
David.
the
Jesus
LSD.
Christ. I
Wow.
was talking to Chris, and you're just gonna be like, no, it didn't. Like,
No, it was the
he
LSD
kinda-
trip on the boat ride.
Yeah. I don't know. That was all.
Have you gone through those photos?
It was too weird.
Violet. You've turned violet. Like, oh my god, this
Did you see they did a parody? Now that they're doing the prequel for Wonka, they did a like a parody video for Grandpa Joe or whatever the fuck his name was, the one that was
Oh yes,
the biggest shammer of all?
yes. Oh my god, he just randomly, and it shows him like as a young man, and he just drops everything. They're like, Joe, you have to go to work. He's like, no, I don't want to. The whole thing is, you need to. We're gonna lose the house. He's like, I don't want to work.
Yeah.
And he's like drawing plans for the big 4 bed and everything, and he's just like, way to make
He's
it
like,
work.
wait till everybody's asleep, and then we're gonna have a party, right? Like, I
I think
mean,
this is
can you imagine the goulash? Just the confection of stew, and just now.
And then
Depending on
right
what they, I mean, and they all they ate was cabbage. So
Yeah.
that house had to not
Yeah.
smell good.
oh, it just reeked. Right at the end, like the tagline of the movie, they have where Wonka is or the whatever Charlie was just born, and it shows him, he's holding him there, and he's like, you're my golden ticket, Charlie. Maybe someday you'll find your own golden ticket. And there was like, Joe.
I would love to see Tarantino do that.
Oh god, that would be amazing.
Do a Tarantino
That I would watch.
spin-off of the Wonka story, like the Wonka verse would be like Joe.
Yeah, 100%. I would watch that. I would watch the shit out of that.
And then somebody screws around and hands it to J.J. Abrams, and all we get is camera flares for like a good hour and a half. And unnecessary zooms.
What's going on? Can't tell.
well, no, actually, the Zoom thing on the ships and everything, that was a Joss Whedon.
Yeah,
You look at
I know
Firefly,
that.
he's the
Yeah,
one
no,
that started
I get that.
Yeah, but
But
J.J.
when
Abrams is known
when
for his
J.J.
business.
Abrams took over with the whole Kelvin timeline Star Trek movies, dude, he was bad about doing the zooms and just, I mean,
That
the
first
camera-
one, yes.
the lens flares, just holy shit.
First one was yes.
I'm just sitting there going, wow.
I still like that movie though.
Yeah. I mean, in their own right, yes, they're good, but Well, I see
But from
that.
a technical standpoint, yes, I could see how that would be an issue.
Into Darkness, Simon Pegg. Come on, dude. Really? That's the best you could come up with, bro.
You leave Simon Pegg alone.
Hey, I love Simon Pegg. Don't get me wrong. I mean, when shit gets real, where are we going to find him? At the Winchester, right?
That gun
But
is
to me, Into Darkness, that was just lazy writing, dude. That was you just happened to be watching The Wrath of Khan and Space Seed back to back, and then somebody from the studio calls and says you got 3 days to turn in a script or we're shit canning you. That's what that was.
you can't blame him for that.
Oh, I can totally fucking blame him for that.
You give 3 days, you can't shit gold in 3 days. Even Simon Pegg can't shit gold in 3 days. He did the best he could with the
He could have
restrictions,
at the very least.
and you can't tell me that
No.
that's didn't go in and rewrite.
Khan's son, the one that died, right, on the bridge of the Reliant before Khan activated the Genesis device.
Yeah.
He could have posed as Khan himself, and then there was a completely huge missed opportunity, right? So, when they were doing the whole, they put all the augmentees back into cryo freeze, right?
Yeah.
And then you see Benedict Cumberbatch's face there.
Yeah.
Benedict Cumberbatch could have played Khan's son posing as Khan, and then they missed an incredibly huge opportunity. To CGI
Those abs.
What is it?
Ricardo Montalban.
Yeah, Ricardo Montalban's face into one of those cryopods,
How
and
do
then
you
we
know
could have all been like, "Holy crap, that was actually Khan." Who was Benedict Cumberbatch?
How do you know they didn't try and were vetoed?
I doubt very
Or
seriously, considering it was the same
they weren't allowed.
studios. It was the same studio, and Mr. Montalban was dead already, so it's not like he could have objected from the grave.
They tried.
Right.
They probably
But
just went with the whole.
Look at what happened in Star Wars when they did that. They did that in Rogue One, and they inserted a fully CGI character of somebody that was in there before, and Star Wars fans lost their ever loving minds. So I would totally believe that the studio did not want to go back
okay. So with that being said, yes, Star Trek fans and Star Wars fans.
I'm just playing devil's
for the most part.
I
get it. I mean, everybody, dude, as a Trekkie, on a lot of these Star Trek pages that I belong to, especially Starship Modeler pages, you get guys going at it with each other over stupid stuff like theoretical warped physics, right? And then you get that one guy that pops up in there going,
fictional universe,
make believe, right? It's called science fiction. Science fiction is entertaining because we can suspend reality.
Yes.
We can suspend our disbelief.
Your disbelief.
Yeah, and
there's a fair amount of that needs to happen when you're talking about any kind of faster than light travel.
Yeah.
Like you're talking about, this is a franchise that has time travel, for crying out loud.
And their own like TVA type stuff.
Right. I mean,
yes,
come on.
yes. The what is it? The temporal agency or something like that.
Yeah. Let's not take it too seriously here.
Temporal security of Starfleet temporal security. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's fun. And funnily enough, I'm playing Star Trek Online, right? On my Xbox.
That's actually really freaking good.
Oh, it's very entertaining. I have my own Miranda class. It's the USS Fenway.
Of course it is.
Yeah, I mean, but I get called back to Earth space dock, right? Because Admiral Janeway wants to talk to me about a mission going to the mirror universe, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool, dude. There's a temporal agent hanging out in the Earth space dock.
I know exactly where you're talking about too.
Yeah, I'm like,
They have a whole office there.
They do. It's just like
there's a whole fucking office. You just walk by.
Okay, all right. Because the dude, he was from the he was part of the crew of the Bozeman, Kelsey Grammer's ship that came over from during the Next Generation. I was like, oh, okay. I realized, David, we have taken this completely over. We have hijacked your show. This is why you normally have to do these by yourself.
Or with somebody else.
You're with somebody else because he
All
cannot.
I'm saying is you knew what you were getting. You knew.
I mainly Johnny
He had
okay.
hopes.
Johnny
had
is like,
hopes.
hey, are we gonna have a subject? I was like, yeah, we'll just do the Pizzagate thing. That seemed interesting enough.
I'm saying
But
though,
in
that,
all
like,
How did we
reality,
get
I
on this?
wanted this.
How?
I
I want
wanted
to know
this.
how.
if you go back though to Nerd Sports on Monday, we actually talked about doing a year-end review.
Yeah, that's what it was gonna be. I wanted just
This is what happens when you
talking.
throw.
Kenny was supposed to come on, but he was his son's birthday's today. So happy birthday.
What you need to do is every once in a while we need to have a show like this where we just hit the start and then just let us start talking.
Yeah. That's what basically I wanted this to be.
I'm texting my daughter to see if she's busy because I know that she listens to a lot of our shows.
We're not live.
I know, but we can bring her in and she can be like the
Moderator.
not necessarily the moderator. She could be like the audience panel.
I guess.
Panel of one.
There you
She'd
go.
be like, well, what about this?
Speaks for the entire audience.
Yeah,
I had
right?
my old man moment today, getting the
Oh,
laptop.
God.
Well, he was talking. The guy was doing my stuff for my laptop. He was like, he talked to the other cashier. He's like, "Hey, can your grandmother knit me like a beanie hat or something like that?" And she's like, "My grandmother can't do that." And he goes, was like, "Your grandmother doesn't know how to knit?" He was like, "No, they're both dead." I was like, "Stop being a pussy. Get you a Nebuchadnezzar S Mortis." And raise one of them from the dead and figure out which one can do, a beanie hat for you. He's like, how do you know so much about this? Shit. Pick up a movie called Army of Darkness and you should be set.
Wow.
Fuck in hell. I'm old.
Listen up, screwheads.
Really old movie? That's such an old movie. Oh my God.
Like,
And I had to go back.
did you say
in my head.
DVD?
That's my
Who
DVD.
watches DVDs anymore? Oh my God.
Oh my
they don't even
God.
sell those at Walmart. You got to go to like Game Exchange or something.
What's the code on that so I can pick it up by my Voodoo?
Like, bro.
Get with the times, man.
I know.
Yeah, God forbid you say the term cassette to anybody in this generation now. You lose them immediately.
Oh, did you hear about Matt Rife?
Yes.
Dude, how fucking badass is that, right?
Dude, that response was perfect because she either wrote it out herself and like stood there and held it up, or she coached the kid on what to say because no 6-year-old talks like that.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
Or he said,
"Oh my God,
Saturn's the one that has rings," and
he goes,
you're mean to women.
he goes, Jupiter has a ring. It's
I'm like your mother.
And it's like it's something about, and it's nicer than the one that or he goes,
Jupiter has a ring too, and he goes, by the way, there's no Santa, and your mom.
Oh yeah, your mom buys all your gifts and
buys all your
she makes all from OnlyFans. I was like, damn, dude, and it was hilarious because it was the mom's account.
Yeah.
And she was like, she let her 6-year-old get on there and try to chirp at Matt Rife, talking about he's so rude, and he's like, all right.
Hate women. It's like,
he goes, fuck you and your shit parenting style by letting your 6-year-old on social media. I was like, oh,
that was so perfect. And now she's doubling down on it now, and she's like, Matt Rife is picking beef with a 6-year-old. It's like, no. You brought him in the middle of this. You did this because you speak for yourself.
He's like, my publicist really advised me to just block her, but I didn't.
Dude, oh, it's amazing. I absolutely love whenever he has
I love it whenever any comedian does that shit.
some kind of fight. Nobody like in the
I can't-
modern area, at least nobody does it like him though. He's
I don't know. Bill Burr does pretty good.
Well,
say
Bill
that-
Burr. I mean, Bill Burr's
Bill
got
Burr is
that. Dude, he's got that New England kind of
he's
it's
got
almost
the
a Peter
angry
Griffin.
dad vibe.
Yeah, he's got an angry Peter Griffin vibe.
Yes.
In a good way, right? I mean, I love
Yeah.
Bill Burr. Love that guy
Yes.
to death.
Uh-huh.
But Matt Rife, dude, he's riding this like high right now.
Yeah.
And
He's that new generation of comic. Like he's the young guy, and he's doing it kind of his own way on doing it too. It's
right.
Yeah. Also,
So-
also his what was it? What was it? The
Netflix special.
yes, with the
Yeah.
website where it takes you
Oh,
to
wait.
like special needs helmets.
Yeah. What was it? He made what was the domestic violence joke or something like that, and everybody went after him for that. And so he posted the apology.
But yet Bill Burr makes the same kind of remark. He goes, we can't hit women. Well, I mean, it's not that we can't, it's that you shouldn't.
But sometimes
Like, they're not gonna
He's
stop.
like, but sometimes you just want to pop them real good, real
No,
fast,
no.
you know.
no, what was
In
it?
and
It was
out.
like you just got to look back, going, was it entirely his fault?
He
Like-
hit it with an open hand. Like,
I just want you to realize that this is the moment. I could have, and there ain't shit you could have done about it, but I didn't. That's the important part.
right. Yeah. Like, I didn't. He's sitting there when he introduced his grandmother to his girlfriend because his girlfriend is black.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, they're married now, aren't they? Or no?
Yeah, they're married.
yeah,
They
they're
have a
married
kid.
now. But like his girlfriend, his grandmother's like, well, I mean, those people, like, geez, I mean, those people. Like,
No. The best domestic violent thing joke. Who's that British comedian that does a lot of the game shows?
Gervais? Oh no, you're talking
No.
about Jimmy Carr.
Jimmy Carr. Yes,
oh,
he was like
that
he was
roast
like
he did of
he was like
of,
someone said someone was like you shouldn't hit women. Why would you do this? I mean, I'm not going out and keying my own car.
Dude,
do
fucking-
you hear what he said about Pete Davidson? It was at a roast. They were roasting somebody else. I think it was Bruce Willis, right? And he goes, Pete Davidson's here, and I am for one appalled that everybody here is making an effort to talk about Pete Davidson's father. Now is not the time to roast Pete Davidson's father. That was on 9/11.
Oh,
And everybody was like, oh, and Pete Davidson's sitting there going, Pete Davidson's sitting there going, because his dad died at the trade tower,
Yeah.
right? His dad's a
Dude.
firefighter.
That's why
So
he's famous.
he's just sitting there and he's like, that was good.
He's
All right,
fair
that
enough.
was good. Yeah, okay, you know. And I'm just like sitting there going, oh my God. Okay, because you know how like we sit here every week and on the sports show and we've got joke time with Colin. And I mean, he just like some of his jokes just
Yeah.
I mean, scissor me timbers, but it
Go right up.
he's
to
got I mean,
it. But he hasn't jumped over the line yet.
he has limits, right? Like he has jokes where he just won't go, right? Like dead baby jokes and 9/11 jokes he just won't touch.
Mm-hmm.
He just won't do
Yeah.
it. And I'm like, for one,
They're sticky.
You- well, no, for I mean,
No, it gives you coughs.
The dead babies are sticky.
Oh yeah, okay, I can see that.
no, they only get sticky when they come in contact with napalm. Of course, it sticks to everything.
It
Yeah.
does. It really does.
Was that old cadence was like napalm? It sticks to kids. Lord, I apologize, but I mean, I'm sitting here. I'm like, he's my kid, and I'm just sitting there going, all right, okay, it appalls. I mean, it doesn't appall me. It amazes me some of the things that he finds humorous. And like, dude, you're 14. There's no reason you should have that dark of a sense of humor yet. I mean,
See,
Me?
man,
Get some experience.
yeah. I mean, I understand why I've got that dark sense of humor. It's just a coping mechanism, right?
Yeah.
But for him, I'm like,
I put the ism in. This is all just a defense mechanism.
oh, and I'm just kind of sitting there going, either A, I have failed him horribly, or
No,
there's some traumatic shit going on.
did
You
someone
know,
bad touch you?
giving him the correct
just-
survival tools. That's what it is.
Yeah.
you know,
It's one of those things. It's one of
Right,
it's like,
real
hey
world
son, you
now.
can tell me if someone bad touched you, right?
Bring Bob along.
I mean,
Bob and I need to have a conversation with you.
yeah.
dude, I'm just
Do I need to send it for Christmas?
no.
I'll
That's
drive down there.
Threat though, if you're
As a matter
sending
of fact, okay, so what we're looking at here,
Like you're
today's
setting
the
up a checklist
14th. Let me see here. Yeah, today's the 14th.
Yeah.
Man, do we do we want to do the sports show on the 26th, the day after Christmas? Because Christmas this year falls on Monday.
oh, you're
I'm
right.
I'm all good on the days because I'm off for a week. Actually, I was thinking about like I
That
was
was
actually
the day I
thinking
had my-
about going to hang out with Chris on the on because I'm not going to do the 18th show.
Oh, you're
But
not?
I'm
You're gonna miss our dude.
Yes, I'm going to miss it.
You're gonna miss this.
Unless you want to do it on the 19th.
Fine, we can do it on the 19th. We'll do it live
We'll
on the
do it on
19th.
But I was thinking about hanging out with Chris on Wednesday and
The
going
fuck
to
you are.
the. All right, I guess I'm not.
I'm kidding.
Like the fuck you
Well,
are.
Drinking Bros has their Christmas party, and we can go to the Christmas party on the Thursday.
While I can honestly say I'm kind of jealous that and I do want to go. Damn you single guys. But I'm very thankful. I'm very blessed to be married. I'm overly blessed that God created a woman that's able to put up with my bullshit on a daily basis. So, yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what we've never hear about anymore? Kwanzaa.
It's funny.
I was looking at the calendar and everything.
Because
like,
the
what fuck
26th is
Kwanzaa?
actually Kwanzaa. Yeah, Yeah,
I was like, what the fuck is Kwanzaa? Oh yeah.
it's
oh.
the
Nobody talks about it anymore.
how can I say
Just
this?
like Black Lives Matter, it's dissipated and went bankrupt.
Is it the how can I put this? The made up Black Christmas or made up African Christmas?
Yeah,
It's not a made up Christmas.
It's the Festivus
It
for the
didn't exist until like 2009 or some shit like that, dude.
Hold on.
it was like
I'm-
70s. Click, click, clickety, click.
when
I believe it was late
1966 by
There it is.
Mulana Ron Karinga. Kwanzaa is an African American and Pan African holiday that celebrates history, family, community,
Festivus
and
for the
culture.
rest of us, but for black people.
Oh, so it's just truly dead.
But they've got a menorah in some of these video or some of these photos.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But it's
Supposedly
the
it's
African
not-
colors.
Supposedly it's non-denominational.
Yeah.
That's clearly a
It's
menorah.
like people trying to celebrate Friendsgiving. We don't want to do Thanksgiving. We want to do Friendsgiving.
Friendsgiving. That's the kind of thing that
I'm here to eat turkey.
that's the kind of holiday that somebody comes up with whenever words hurt them.
That's true. But honestly, I don't give a shit what you call it. I'm here to eat turkey and fall asleep on the couch.
And as
Yeah,
long
pretty
as
much.
and as long as some Mercury is waning, the Lions are guaranteed to lose on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's true.
So fun fact, the Texans Titans game this weekend.
Yeah.
The Texans are going to Tennessee to play, right?
Uh-huh.
The Titans have announced that they're going to wear their Oiler throwback uniforms this weekend.
Oh yeah. Didn't we talk about that last time?
No, we didn't. We didn't. But I mean, dude, I mean, that's every GPS app out there leading you to Petty Street. Right? I mean, like that is a whole new level of petty right there.
It's amazing.
I mean, the uniforms are fired. Don't get me wrong. I mean, just absolute can't go wrong with infantry blue, right? And yeah, I said that because infantry blue was a thing before Oiler blue was. So whatever, they can go fuck themselves, right? Anyway, just kind of putting that out there. But yeah, the Titans deciding to wear the Oiler throwback uniforms when the Texans come to town, that is a whole new level of petty right there. I'm saying, like, bro, really? Wow. I really want the Texans to win this weekend now. I really do.
I mean,
Oh yeah.
I mean, besides that, we did pick the Texans to win this game. So,
like that's gonna help. That's actually a hindrance. I don't know how we do it, but
look,
we trip people up sometimes.
man, look. Don't be a naysayer or
Jesus
a hand wringer.
Christ.
It can be done. Optimism is a force multiplier, bro.
No. I just remembered that
All smoke. Better than no money.
I can watch football on Amazon Prime. I kind of want to turn it off now.
It's Thursday night.
Yeah, it's
It's
in the second
the Chargers
quarter.
at the Raiders.
28. Chargers 0, Raiders 28. Fucking
Really?
Christ. Yes.
Well, we said we were going to be wrong either way.
We did say that.
I mean, as far as the Chargers playing,
that's
as far
the
as the
second
Chargers
half.
playing any other team with a losing record, I mean, that's just going to be a wrong pick every week.
Yeah. That's just sad. That is really sad.
I mean, the Chargers, in order for them to win, they need to play a team that's 500 or better every week, and that's not going to happen.
It's not
because you're always going to have your bottom dwellers or Jets. So just saying. Yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Oh, Chris, I saw the most perfect T-shirt, dude. It was the 2023 Commander-in-Chief Trophy Champions T-shirt.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's on the West Point merch site.
How much is
Yeah,
it?
It's like a $30 T-shirt.
That's not bad.
But then I saw it. It was the CIC Trophy Christmas ornament.
Ooh.
Yeah. I was like, you know what? That looks just hokey enough to be sold at Hobby Lobby, but oddly enough, I want one.
Yeah.
Just kind of putting that out there.
I mean,
I got sucked into a rabbit hole on YouTube today. I was trying to watch what was it? It was like electrical rewiring videos for like LED lights because I'm trying to light some Starship models, right?
Yeah.
And found this guy. He bought a PS2 and he said, I built a modern PS2 for 2023. Right? I'm like, okay, I'm intrigued. He bought a PS2, took it completely apart. He put a Wi-Fi antenna on it. He bought a different cooling fan on there. Did some soldering on it to where it does not have a disk drive anymore.
Okay.
And you remember the old network adapters the PS2 used to have? You had to go buy it.
Yeah.
Right.
It was like those or whatever, right?
Yeah, it was like an EDF or whatever
Yeah.
connection. Well, he put a 1 terabit SATA hard drive on there.
Ooh,
Not SATA,
damn.
SSD. It was an SSD,
Yeah.
right? 1 terabyte SSD. He made some modifications to the network adapter. Hard drive plugged right into that. It plugged into the back onto the motherboard. He did some. He took the power supply completely out and put a USB-C charging port on there
Ooh.
to where that was your power. That was your power supply. Was a USB-C. Put an HDMI card on there. He downloaded like all the homebrew OSs and stuff like that, and the hard drive is removable. So all he's got to do is just plug it in to a desktop, and he can, whatever games that he wants, he can just put them on there. But if he were to completely fill up that hard drive, he could hold like 100 games, 100 PS2 games on there.
Easy. Most of the
And what he did is he bought like, because Sony didn't make wireless controllers for the PS2, right?
Yeah.
This guy is devoutly against anything corded. So it's a memory card that's got like a flash on it. Plug it into the memory card port, and it acts as a receiver to use PS3, PS4, and PS5 controllers on this PS2.
Oh, dude.
And you can go in. There's like all kinds of settings. He showed Gran Turismo 4, and he tweaked with it, right? Because you plug in this PS2, and if you put it on like a modern TV, you're going to get a bunch of like graphical issues and some lacing issues and stuff like that. And you go into the settings, and you can go from like 480i to 480p, and then you can change the latency and everything like that, and you can tweak it to where it'll come up like in a 1080p picture on a 4K.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, I was like sitting there going like, oh wow. And then he 3D printed a brand new case for for the hardware.
You'd almost, because how did he fit all that in?
Well, like the power supply and the
Yeah.
disk drive didn't need them anymore because he shrank the power supply down from the existing one to the USB-C.
Okay.
But what he did is he printed out this whole case, and the top of it was clear acrylic.
You still need a cooling fan in there.
Well, he did. Yeah, he put a bigger cooling fan in there.
Wow.
Yeah, well, the cooling fan that Sony used to put in these things, they would run loud, right? And get clogged real easy. Well, he put a PC cooling fan in there that drew like 12 volts or something like that. And it would just run slower, but it would pull more air, so it would keep everything inside the PS2 cooler.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He did a custom paint job on the RF shielding because it was going to be visible. And I mean, like, he CNC'd some walnut veneer and like accented the outside of this case, and then the top of it's got like clear acrylic so you can see into it. Dude, it looked pretty badass, and I was like, wow. And he said that in his video, if somebody wanted to follow along and build their own version of what he did, there's a website that you can download STL files from for 3D printing. And he said he was just going to put them out there for free for people to just use.
Oh, well.
I was like, what?
Well, they got those nowadays to where a lot of the stuff, I mean, they got those like Game Boy looking things that have like thousands of games in them.
Well, yeah, like I've got a Wii upstairs, and I had my oldest stepson. He hacked it. He went in there, flashed the hard drive. He put Homebrew on there, and I mean, we've got Game Boy Advance, Game Boy SP. He's got GameCube, and Wii. games on there, like whatever games that we want. He just goes out and finds the ROMs for them, downloads them onto an SD card,
Mhm.
and we stick it in because there's that SD card reader on the Wii,
Yeah.
and then we can just play whatever we want.
Nice.
That's crazy.
Because Nintendo killed the Nintendo Store support for the Wii, so there's no hardware or no software updates, no firmware updates that they can flash into it or whatever. It's completely hackable now, just like some of the 2DSs and 3DSs, some of the older models. They're no longer supported by Nintendo, so those are hackable now.
Oh
I
wow.
really didn't like the Wii all too much.
Well, the Wii was fine, right? Just like, kind of like Nintendo did with not Nintendo, Xbox did with the Kinect. They kind of lost their way with it because the technology was there and it was very promising, but they let marketing kind of get in the way, and really they started to look at these peripherals and go, well, we can charge premium for this. And then when they started realizing that people weren't paying, didn't want to pay for those premiums, the technology kind of died out. And I mean, really the only besides the Switch with like the motion, or the kind of like the motion for the Joy-Cons, I mean, Sony's still trying to like tackle that whole full body immersion into the gaming experience by having that PSVR 2 out there for the PS5. And you've got what the Meta Oculus. So, I mean, the only reason that I would buy a VR, a Meta Oculus, is to get that Win reality, so you can do like batting practice in virtual reality.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you can.
There really wasn't that great of stuff on there.
It really wasn't. I mean, you think about back like the '90s, early '90s. Nintendo came out with the Virtual Boy. That was a very rudimentary, very rudimentary foray into virtual reality. It was all red lines and red framing, and it was just so basic. I mean, you couldn't even consider it 8-bit, and the battery life on it sucked. And they stopped selling it because it started giving people seizures. I think the Power Glove lasted longer than the Virtual Boy.
Yes. Like you couldn't even call it wireless. You basically had to be standing next to the power outlet the whole time because you just
Did y'all watch the gaming awards this weekend?
We're not going to talk about Baldur's Gate 3.
No, not that. Sega.
Yeah.
Because the boys were upstairs watching it, and the award goes to Baldur's Gate 3, and I'm like, are you serious? Like, who did they give the freaking the squeezy
No, it's
to
because
over there by
Baldur's
the
Gate
boat
is
dock?
all woke.
Yeah, it's all genre defining and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But no.
See, I had actually entertained thoughts of trying to like download this or play, find it,
I played
used
it.
at
It's all
GameStop or
right.
something like. Well, because it came out for the Xbox, and I'm like, all right, I kind of want to give Starfield a little bit of a break, and so I mean that's why I re-downloaded Star Trek Online. But it's. I don't know, man. Now that you were like, yeah, it's all woke, and I'm like, yeah, I really don't want to play it now. It's like with the new Fortnite.
I mean, it's fun.
Update.
It's fun if you like put that stuff away.
Right, but like with the new Fortnite update, like my boys are sitting there playing it, and they cross this like rainbow bridge or whatever, and at the end of the rainbow is a bunch of pride flags that were put there by Epic.
Yeah.
Of course there is.
I'm like, come on, can we not?
Just
I
one
don't
thing.
mind. I really don't mind the I don't care what you do in your bedroom. I really don't. What you do in your bedroom is your business, but that is in your bedroom. Don't
Yeah.
sit there and try to shove it down the throat of everybody in America.
Here. It's like
Yeah.
that becomes their whole entire
That's
personality.
that's their identity. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's like your
and
sexuality shouldn't be your identity. It shouldn't be your. That's what your entire identity is completely and totally about who you sleep with.
yeah,
No.
I, I, I remember, I forget who it was that I was talking exactly. I was having a conversation with somebody who's gay, and I was like, I mean, I get that you're gay, but I appreciate the fact that you're not pride parade gay, and they were like, oh yeah, no, fuck that. What goes on in my bedroom is my business.
Like, I don't even want to be. They're like,
She
I'm
goes,
gay. I'm not that.
yeah, I do remember it was a woman, and she was like, she goes, what those people do at those parades is criminal. And I'm like, thank
is. Oh,
you. I'm like, oh my gosh, holy cow. Somebody finally said it. I'm just like, come on.
Right. And then
I mean, this
like half the time they bring their kids there too.
Yeah. You got dudes in like
That's
dildo
why-
suits.
That's
I mean,
why
they're
Florida's got that whole thing to where they'll take down the bar itself. They will shut down the bar if children are present, or any kind of facility that you're doing a drag show and you bring kids.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
So,
not.
I try to stay away from that subject as much as I possibly can, just
Yeah,
because
because
I know
it's
that my
fucking
I know that my
ridiculous.
opinion is just it's so polarizing, and I'm like, okay. It's not that I'm trying to filter myself, it's called tact.
Well,
I know what I believe. I'm confident in my beliefs. I'm confident in my identity, the biologically given identity that I have. And I don't feel the need to ram that down everybody's throat. Because I mean, at a certain point, it's like, that we get called things like fascists because we disagree with them. But yet they're the ones who are acting like the true fascists by shouting us down every time we even look at them sideways.
Yeah.
And I really, there's a majority of that demographic. I'm just going to say this, that at least acts like there's some kind of mental disorder there. And by that, what I mean is that it's the inability to cope with a reality. So they construct one of their own and force it upon everybody else. It's kind of a manic, behavior pattern. And I mean, okay, if it makes me a bigot, then I guess I'm a bigot, but I really I don't enjoy having conversations with those people, because every time you try to enter into any kind of discourse, you try to keep it peaceful. You try to keep it polite and, constructive. And it turns into, all of a sudden, you're a hateful bigot. You're somehow homophobic, and I'm like, I'm none of the things that you're accusing me of, but if that's what helps you helps you sleep at night, fine, whatever.
Well, it's the same thing for people that are that say they're vegan.
Yeah, being a vegan is like being a Marine. You can't go 15 minutes without telling somebody about it.
Yeah, exactly.
We're going to get all kinds of crayon eaters. They're going to text in, or they're going to leave messages on. They're going to be like, "How dare you fucking insult the chick?
No. They're not
Trusty's ghost is going to haunt you this Christmas Eve."
You're going to have somebody else message in, because otherwise it would be all full of spelling errors, and it would look like David wrote it.
Okay, I totally agree with that one. Fucking asshole.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, we gone like 5 minutes without shitting on all over you. I couldn't take it anymore.
I would feel uncomfortable.
I think we're
honestly
contractually obligated. Like every 10 minutes, we have to have something that we shit on David for.
I mean, we're gonna have somebody. We're gonna have people like Maria that are gonna like message us personally, they're gonna be like, "Is everything okay?" You know,
Dave's got
That's being
cancer now,
really
doesn't he?
Dave, is he sick?
yeah, they're gonna be like, "Is David sick?" You know,
Has he
like,
got cancer?
he's using his Make-A-Wish,
shit,
isn't he?
he's dying, Like,
Or I
yeah,
call back, hey guys, y'all still love me, right? Am I still part of the team? I mean,
shut
I
the
know
fuck
I'm
up.
Oh, okay.
If David
was
came to us
concerned there.
and if David came to us and said that he had cancer, I think I would approach it like Daniel Tosh did. He's like, just don't go dying on me, okay?
Yeah.
because did you ever hear his bit about the Make-A-Wish kid?
Yes.
He was like, and his
Yes.
parents were fucking appalled, but this kid was just rolling with it and
The
firing
whole
back.
time.
He's like, well, if I do die today, I hope you can sleep better. Like, like, I hope you understand that it was your fault. I mean, he was like, this kid, I don't care that he was sick because he had a good sense of humor. He embraced his condition and he's living with it. His parents, on the other hand, oh God, like,
Yeah, they were. He's like, he just wanted to be treated like a regular dude for a while, and he's like, and that's what I did.
yep. So, but yeah, no. If David ever came to us and was like, guys, I'm sick, I have cancer, I'd be like, it's prostate cancer, isn't it?
You definitely got ass cancer. It's from all the lube. Right? The lube soap. Should have used the non-carcinogenic one. Water
I use
always got a
talcum powder.
We would make it about us, and here's how we would do that, Chris. We would look at him very, 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 calmly, very maturely, stare into the camera lens, because he would probably make the announcement live during our sports show, just because he's trying to make it about him. And we'd be like, so what you're trying to tell us is that this is going to affect the filming schedule? How?
So, do we start taking fucking resumes now for a producer or what?
Right.
Yeah.
So, right.
You couldn't even give us a 2-week notice, dude. What the fuck?
So what you're telling us is we're going to be unsupervised for a while.
Unbelievable.
Fucking, how could you do this, Davis?
I'll be like, so I get your new MacBook, right?
Who gets custody of Bob? That's all I care about. Who gets Bob?
Right.
Who gets Bob?
You can have Bob. You can have Skeletor. I want the flag. Everything else you can keep.
There you go. Start dividing up all of his fucking belongings.
Right.
Guys, I'm still here. Shut up.
Dude, me and a
no,
friend.
I want that up there on the shelf right there.
Right. Right. Exactly.
Me and a friend of mine, when we were in high school, we were in first day.
This is going to end like the band camp, dude. I don't want to hear it. Especially if it's you telling us you got ass cancer.
But we were in health class and we didn't have anything to do in health class, so we just figured out how much money we could get from his dad if he died or if we caused his death.
Okay.
His dad was.
I'm so glad it took a turn for the brighter.
That was so much better than I thought it was going to be.
Right. Like, oh, here it comes. David's picking now to come out to us. Like, oh, jeez.
So we were in health class. Shop was right next door. The wood shop was right next door. It was empty,
I got married. It was all for show, man. You can imagine the look of surprise on my face when she told me she was pregnant. Like, how does that happen?
He'd be like, no, literally, I'm asking, how does that happen? Remember, we were across the street. We were across the hall in wood shop, remember? I didn't stick around for the health class.
I had a.
I swear she did it to trap me.
I saw it. I heard a good question on one of the veteran podcasts I listen to,
Uh-huh.
and the question is there more dicks or hands?
I
in the
heard
world?
that. And I my initial thought, I went along with the rest of them. I was like, it's the hands. But then
I had to think about it for a second. Yeah,
then they're like,
yeah, but there's a
every
lot of
mammal-
animals.
every mammal has a dick, but they don't have hands.
Well, hell, octopus has a dick.
I was
That's how I
like,
That's one
found
of the
out. That's
tentacles.
how I found out that
even if you're talking
octopuses-
about just mammals, though, even if you
yeah,
just
yeah, yeah. If
narrow
you're
it
just
down to
talking mammals and everything, yeah, it's gotta
like
be.
even that
it's gotta be
alone,
dicks.
like mosquitoes have penises.
Yeah.
And then you think about the whale.
You know,
Yeah.
well, yeah.
But you got to do size
All
by
12
volume
fucking
just
feet of
to.
it.
Yeah, no shit. See, I
You got to
mean,
do size by volume just to, because it probably has like a micro penis in it, and we're just seeing like a big, but because of its size, it has a micro penis.
No.
you're saying by percentage of body weight? No, God,
Yeah.
no. They're literally like
Guys are-
12 feet long.
Size.
You realize they're
and-
the reason for the whole Kraken myth is because somebody saw a fucking whale dick waving in the air.
Well, yeah,
I
but
mean, it's the mother of
because
all
of the
red rockets,
size-
bro.
So you're
Because-
gonna
okay,
tell
okay.
me that's
Okay,
a
hear me out.
micro penis?
hear me out, okay? Hear me out, okay?
I'm going to ask you, David, real quick before you start. I'm going to ask you to sully the browser history on your brand new MacBook by looking up
Oh.
pictures of whale penis.
Yes, this is breaking the cherry on your computer right here, and we're
Oh.
doing this. Oh, so I'm so glad we could be here to share in this.
Right.
This-
He's going to get an email from the
Makes me
hub.
happy.
What the fuck, bro? I thought we had something.
dummy boy. He's like, I was like, nah, even that's a category.
we're
on
gonna
there.
cancel your what is it? Your affiliate fee. Your affiliate fee. for the next month.
You're gonna you're gonna lose your founder's tag.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Okay, I can actually show this.
You see
Ladies
the
and gentlemen.
sparkle in his eye?
I know, right?
That's the really scary part.
That's what it is.
See, that's mummified, and that's
Yeah,
just the tip.
mummified. Yeah,
That's
that's
the
just dude. Look up a
That's not the
humpback
whole
whale.
thing.
A humpback whale's penis, dude. There is video out there.
Yes, of it just like you realize that the
And then the whale
their
turns
dick
over,
is
this
like the
thing's pointing
size of
straight
the
up in
tongue.
the air, and when it hits the water, dude, it's like a micro tsunami. That's what it created, dude. Just the wake off of it alone.
Okay,
Dude,
yeah, it's
what's
micro penis.
It's the size of their young. Compare your dick to when your baby was born, and now compare a
Chris,
whale.
there's no use
size of
arguing with the
whale dick.
man who is subscribed to the to the Naughty Girls subreddit, and I'm not talking naughty as an NAU. We're talking KNOTTY.
See,
Bro,
that's
no.
just no.
No.
Are you reading the part that says 10 foot? Does that look like 10 foot to you?
Because of the size of a
It's a
freaking whale,
30-foot whale.
foot- I'm thinking it
A
should be like
third
at
of its
least
body. A third of its body, David. 10
I think it's micro
foot.
penis.
Think about that right now. If it was
Yeah,
in
I'm
the
thinking
room
10
with you
foot.
right now, it wouldn't fit.
Yeah, but the whale itself,
It's
How
like
long
30
is it?
feet.
whales are 30
Third.
feet.
Humpback, yes.
They're like 40 to 50.
Maybe a blue whale. Then you're
Still,
talking about probably a 15-foot penis.
you think about it proportionately. Even if you're talking 40 feet, that's still a quarter of its length.
How much of
Oh.
your body length does your penis take up?
Probably just the size of my pinky.
Now who's being generous?
No. Yeah. I mean, David, on a good day in a sauna, it might hang past your epidermis.
Oh, God, yes. Oh, that's awful. So fucking good.
Yep, ladies
got
and gentlemen,
friends.
boys and girls, angry faithful of all ages, David Dickerman is hung like a horse fly.
Jesus.
Dot.
I
It's
mean,
only
back
the
in the
second
90s,
half,
he
they're
is
up
the
42.
reason single-handedly for the soundbite. Oh, look, how cute. It's an innie.
Oh,
Oh, it's
Oh,
a second
where is
belly
it?
button.
Well, it's halftime and Raiders at 42.
Wow. Okay.
Jesus.
We picked that one wrong.
We were gonna lose no matter what.
it's only halftime.
Well, we should
Yes,
have factored
because
in that
Justin
the,
Herbert and the Los Angeles Chargers are going to come out of the locker room going, "Oh fuck me."
The game
We
started
forgot to
already.
stretch in the first half. like, or no, what it is the entire team was kidnapped, bound, and tied up, and gagged in their locker room.
In a
And,
warp
and
Ace Ventura is bringing him to the field at the last second.
Keanu Reeves and all the cast from The Replacements come out to play the first half.
you know, it was based on a real
It's still a
story.
left.
Yeah,
that was based
it was
on a
it's
real story?
loosely based on the
Loosely.
players' strike back in the 80s, I think it was. But
I remember that.
God. And they were yelling at it, like death threats, like scabs, crossing picket lines and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
I think like two replacement players stayed on, joined the players union, and actually went on to have good careers.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh,
I remember that.
so okay, I probably should save this until next sports show, but some information came out about the Shohei Ohtani contract.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, the deferred
Well, so he's only going to make
10
$2 million a year for the 10 years. The
680
$680 million is payable upon the expiration of that 10-year contract. And I'm just sitting there going, holy crap. So he has set himself up with a Bobby Bonilla type Mets contract.
Yeah.
Right? I think it's like every July 15th or something like that. It's Happy Bobby Bonilla Day, right? Where Bobby Bonilla hadn't played since the 90s, but every year on the 15th, he collects a $1.68 million payday from the Mets.
Jesus.
He had one of those monster contracts and had it deferred to the end. Yeah. Ohtani.
So if he gets hurt or anything, if he gets
can
really
walk
bad
away.
Hurt,
he can walk away, and however it prorates, he gets paid.
Here's the thing about that contract, though. How much of it goes back to Japan's league?
I think his commitment to the Nippon Ham Fighters, his original Japanese league team, I think his financial commitment to them has already been satisfied.
Okay. But the new kid the new pitcher.
Yamato, and he was
dude, his fastball.
He's scheduled. He either met with him today or he's meeting with him tomorrow. He's in Boston right now.
Yeah, they're still trotting him around, but
he's the Red Sox are
dude. Have you seen the videos
favored
of
to
his
land
fastball?
him though. Yeah, dude,
have
it's
you
sick.
Seen the video?
Go back and watch. Go back and watch some of the clips from the World Baseball Classic this year because he played for the Japanese team. This kid's good. He is scary good.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got some fire.
Dude,
just the way
filthy.
he throws it, because he throws it just.
Yeah, I mean he's a 3/4 arm slot thrower, and I'm like, dude, it's filthy. It's just it's borderline unfair. It's just like, wow. But the Red Sox, I heard, and I've been reading from multiple sources that they are heavily favored heavily favored to
How much
land
do you think
him.
it'll cost them?
Probably close to 300 million.
Hmm.
But here's the thing: if Boston is smart, now Craig Breslow, if he's smart about it and he structures the contract much like the Dodgers did with Ohtani, they can put a lot of that on the back end of the contract. And if they sneak some club options in there to where, like, after 3 years or something like that, they can release him, or they can renew his option or not. I think that they could get away with, I think they can structure it to where they don't take a luxury cap hit.
You know, it's sad. He can actually press the mic stop button.
Yeah, but you see, that would imply
Intelligence.
that I am somehow embarrassed of my wife, but I'm not.
No, it's not embarrassment. It's just
And unlike you, David, I'm comfortable enough. I'm comfortable enough.
Get a room.
See, I'm comfortable enough to where, as a man, I can express my feelings for my wife and not be embarrassed about it.
Yeah, but here's the thing: you can't see my significant others do that to me because they're all imaginary and in my head.
Well, I mean, speaking of bro,
even then, it's more. I might end up, they still might.
I imagine your imaginary significant others look like Snuffleupagus fell out of the ugly tree and hit every branch on the way down.
No, I'm not like that.
Like your significant other, your imaginary girlfriend, your imaginary partner got Rodney King.
And just
by
never
by the Foster's Home for Imaginary, Friends Police
Force.
Just
never quite healed right. Like they just weren't able to get everything put back together quite right.
I mean, literally, I can hear it. It's like Ted going, "I'm a no fucked up when you put me back together."
I was about to say that.
I'm a little fucked up.
I mean, I'm a little funky the way you put me all fucked up.
I'm really fucked up when you don't love me.
And strangely, even though imaginary, would still try to stab you in your sleep.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
Oh, bird.
Why's your face all blue? Oh, I just woke up, had a nightmare with the missus. Oh, you got a girlfriend now? No. It's my imaginary friend. Why are you blue? Because I tried to choke myself.
David would introduce things
Keep
into
this
people's
up.
lexicons, like being trunk punched in the middle of the night. Trunk punched? What the fuck? Like, yeah, she sounds like Queen Latifah's character from Ice Age, but looks an awful lot like Snuffy. And I called her Snuffy, and she took exception to that.
You know how she got the nickname Snuffy, right? Oh. She's a big fan of snuff films. That's what it is.
I was just about to say,
she's trying to make you the star.
She's got hidden cameras all over the place.
She misunderstood it completely when David said, "Oh, he wants to film. He wants to make a movie."
She makes David get naked, lay on the couch, and he looks at her and says, "Paint me like one of your homeless boys."
Oh God!
What is he doing?
Oh man!
Say hi to America, Harry.
Hi, Harry.
Okay. Go lay down.
God.
Lay down. Get in the bed.
It's one of those moments everybody.
He was all shaggy today, and I looked at him. I was like, "Oh, dude, you stink." So I took him in the other room because I bought some pet clippers. I gave my haircut today, I threw him in the tub and I scrubbed him, and he's just looking at me like, I'm gonna shit in your shoes. Like, and I'm like, you see these? This is why your kind will never rule the earth. You know?
I don't know. Back in what was it, World War I or World War II, where the Germans and Russians had to stop fighting because they had to kill wolves.
There was okay.
What was
So
that?
you see,
There's a difference. Go ahead, Chris. I'm sorry.
there's this writing prompt that they have on Reddit, and one of those is that we're not afraid of an alien invasion. So the alien commander, like that race, took it as a personal insult. So they came in and they just wiped out completely the human, just defeated everything. And they just go list through. They're like, you had no more weapons. You have no more. You hit us with nuclear weapons. We shrugged it off. You did not kill a single one of our soldiers. Our ships are still fine. And the guy's just like, yep. Oh yeah, no, you really got us good. And they're like, your governments have tumbled. You have zero resistance left. And the human is just like, yep, no, you really got us good. You got us good. And the alien starts getting annoyed. He's like, what the hell is, why aren't you're defeated? And he's like, yep, you beat us good. All right. You really beat us good. And then in the background, you just hear rumbling. And they're like, what is that behind us? And he's like, reinforcements. They go, you have no reinforcements. Your entire human race has been completely defeated. And he's like, yeah. And then you just see the flock coming over the hill. And he goes, what is that? The human just goes, emus. Everybody in the comments like followed shortly by the honey badger.
Yeah.
Because the honey badger don't give a fuck. Oh, that is fucking great, dude.
That is awesome.
I meant to say that to you guys. It was awesome.
The honey,
Oh, man.
the emo war, which I finally got a like clarification of what that actually was, and it was actually just like three rednecks going out and just shooting the motherfuckers.
Talking about in Australia?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What were you thinking?
I just wanted to clarify where we were going with that.
Yeah, it was in Australia.
Okay.
Which I would love to visit Australia, but I would be actually scared to visit Australia.
Well, yeah, the entire continent wants to kill you.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how those prisoners survived, honestly.
That's why they're so batshit crazy today.
Yeah, not wrong. So, when do you think Canada's gonna hit communism? Even though they're pretty much there, anyways.
What time is it now?
Right. I mean, when you've got, oh boy, when you got Justin Trudeau on TV going, okay, parents, now I'm going to have you step out of the room so I can have a moment to talk with the kids. No.
While maintaining heavy eye contact.
Heavy eye contact.
Almost aggressive.
Yeah, dude. I'm just kind of sitting there going,
grown-ass man, and I got creeped out.
Right.
That's the same vibe as Jeffrey Rush saying the same thing. He said literally word for word the same thing.
Yeah.
Parents, leave the room. I need to talk to your kids.
Mm-hmm.
No, fuck you do.
Yeah, exactly. The fuck you do.
It's almost as bad as you actually have like John Wayne Gacy do that. I need to talk to your kids about something. The fuck do you do?
Yeah.
I'm going to show your kids a magic trick. Just the boys, right?
Yeah.
kind of sad that you walk by priests now and I don't get like a second look anymore. That hurts.
See, that's the thing though, is that everybody trusts teachers. There was a higher incident rate among teachers than there were among priests, but everybody looks at priests all.
Well, look at what all the most of the teachers are women. That's where it comes from, really. And you have it now to where there's some teachers out there. One, they have an OnlyFans account, and two, the women are like picking up like 17 to their students and taking them home and having sex with them. But back in my day,
Back in our day,
that happened. That happened.
the
We'd be
boys
high-fiving each
would
other,
keep
yeah.
their mouths shut.
No, we wouldn't.
Okay, back in our day,
there's a
back in
couple-
our
there's
day, back in our day, our dads would have patted us on the back, and that would have been it.
Yeah, pretty much. But what's
You stole my son's childhood.
that?
No.
that-
Your son's childhood was gone long before that.
That's how most of them get caught nowadays. I mean, the last one I heard about was like the kid was like 17, and he was a senior. I was like, okay. And I looked at the chick. I was like, something must have went wrong.
Yeah.
But
Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna send this to you guys.
okay,
This is one of the hardest questions I've ever seen posed.
send it to the group chat so I can look at it.
Oh, I just sent it to the text. I'll let you send it to.
I'm using my phone as a camera. So I can't look at that.
Oh, that's right. All right, let me do that. Hang tight. There you go. It's an impossible question.
Who is completely engulfed in flames? You have they want to save. Who's the?
I don't even know who that one in the top left. I have no idea who that even is.
I'm going with that one because I don't know. Hopefully they're not like
No,
pedo or
see,
something like
you're
that.
not looking at it the right way, David. You save Hitler so that you have the satisfaction of being able to kill him again.
Well, here's the thing.
Okay.
Paradoxically speaking, I thought about this today. I don't know why. Somehow time travel came up. I think it was last night, actually. If you had the chance to go back in time and kill Hitler before, like as a baby or something,
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. And here's why. Because you now are, what kind of ripples are you going to make? Okay, what kind of butterfly effects are you going to set into motion by not killing by killing him? Kind of a thing.
Comes along.
I mean, yeah, something worse could have possibly come along. I mean, I think that's why things like temporal agencies, temporal accords need to be, drawn up. Yes, while it's not open knowledge that time travel may or may not exist, we need to have some kind of accords put into place that says that if you're going to travel back in time, it's for observational purposes only.
Dude, we just hired Jean-Claude Van Damme. He's already experienced in this.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah.
And he'll clean up the mess. Yeah. If there is a mess that he needs to clean up, he already knows what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's another thing that's talking about Hitler. How messed up is it that we're in 2023 and we're going back to being anti-Semitic and hating Jews? I think that's ridiculous.
Because history is cyclical.
Apparently.
It always is.
Why? Here's
You've
my
heard about
thing,
that, right?
though.
The 80 year circle, I think they call it.
Yeah, but why Jews? I mean, constantly. I mean, throughout history, it's always, the one thing you can pretty much, guaranteed is hating Jews. And I don't get it. It comes around every so often. It's like,
Mhm.
oh, we're gonna hate the Jews now again. Didn't we already do that like a couple of times? Let's put those on the brakes.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh.
look at like that one scene off of Blazing Saddles. It's like, I know. We kill the firstborn son in their entire town. Too Jewish. All right, everybody. I guess we can call it quits on this one. I mean, I'm having fun, but
we didn't even.
we
didn't
didn't even
the
touch
topic.
Pizzagate.
I'm probably gonna cut. I'm gonna cut that whole thing.
We touched on it very briefly.
It wasn't a good touch.
That's kind of the point, David.
Oh, was it?
Of course, with David, every touch is a bad touch.
It doesn't surprise me that
that every touch is a bad touch. I'm glad that you finally recognize the problem, David.
No, I was thinking about people that touch me. I get uncomfortable sometimes getting touched nowadays. I don't know what it is. Some psychological thing. I gotta get over some shit. Another fucking touchdown. Woohoo, Raiders. Game.
David,
But
repeat after me, David. We don't stick our dick in crazy.
Fuck you. That's my red. That's my green flag.
Well,
that's the only thing that'll talk to me.
I hope your life insurance is paid up then, because
it is.
Got news for you, bud. The bad touch continue.
I already have my will set up, and everything goes to whoever needs the stuff and everything. So,
nope. I dated the grippy socks crazy. Nope. Not going back again.
Why does he send me? Oh, okay. Okay. That's why. Hold on. There we go. Oh wow, prime ribs $20 a pound. $25.
Okay, so there was a promotion for the Wonka movie.
Yeah,
like legitimately, there was 5 golden tickets that were sent out worldwide.
Yeah,
all 5 people that got them were white kids.
How can you be racist without being racist?
No way. That's fucking hilarious. Oh my god.
Yeah.
How long you think it's gonna be before the lawsuits come?
Probably the lawsuits can be easily defeated just by simply, acknowledging.
It was all random.
Yeah, I mean, all they got to do, all they have to do is just prove with the algorithm that, hey, look, this is with the dispersions. It was sent to the different areas that had multiple demographics, multiple ethnic groups.
But
I bet they didn't put Martin Luther King Drive Boulevard, or
well, he was about to bring in a whole other ethnic group with that.
Yeah,
did you hear him?
Even
mighty
Legan Street.
Where David just stop before YouTube deletes our channel. Holy shit.
It depends on what judge you put it in front of, though, because there's a lot of judges out there that would entertain this.
They would. And they were all appointed by Barack Obama and Bill Clinton. So,
I mean, look at what all the stuff they're doing with Trump. So,
yeah,
I mean, all that stuff is like you could put it underneath the rug because no one. It was like really. He didn't do that. We have evidence. No. I still want to go forward with it.
Presidential Powers Act or the Presidential Records Act. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That alone dismisses everything that they have against him.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's neither here nor there.
Anyways, everybody, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening. I'm David Dickerman.
I'm Johnny Skelton.
And I am Chris Jacka.
Thank you all for watching. What the hell? Goodbye.
Laters.
Oh, that sounded so seductive, David.
That was.
Thank you.
Grrr.